The event was entitled From Man to Monument, the ceremony to unveil the statue of Sir Eric Gairy. During the ceremony, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell shared stories as he remembered several encounters with the former leader and the impact he had on his political career. Dr. Mitchell spoke of the man he was and the lessons to be learned from the former leader.
You may not have liked some of his policies, particularly in the later part of his life, but you could not help liking the person, to be around the person. In fact, I believe a lot of us in the politics today could take a page from Uncle's book, in the sense that whether you were with him or not, I did not see him harboring. He would do certain things that you don't like, but at a personal level, he would always want to have a social activity or drink or something with you. That has been my experience with all the years of politics against him. I have never found him to be vicious.
The event brought together opposition parties, former and present government officials, senators and relatives of Sir Eric.
When you listen to the stories of James Mitchell and John Compton and the guys, Eugenia Charles, and they talk about Gairy and his flair and what he did, you really get to a sense of what this man achieved and what he did for our country. Once again, friends, to me, it's an honor. And I appreciate the fact that so many of my cabinet colleagues, because many of us may not have been here today had it not been for Gairy's bravery.
Alexis Gairy, son of Sir Eric, was also present at the unveiling.
But if you look at my father through the lens of his soul, there's a different feel, there's a different engagement with Eric Gairy when you see him through his soul. Land for the landless, that's soulful. This man singularly loved Grenada, unyielding. Passions came with him, passions went. But the one thing that was always singular about my father, Sir Eric, was his passion for Grenada.
Eric was instrumental in the process which led to Grenada's independence in 1974. He served as Prime Minister between 1974 until he was overthrown in a military coup in 1979. Former Minister during the Gairy administration, Nadia Benjamin, one of the first women to serve in government in Grenada, says Sir Eric has always encouraged the advancement of women. Those in attendance were entertained by local talent and viewed a special presentation on the father of independence. The bronze and stainless steel statue was designed by artist Maria McClafferty and was erected at the entrance of what is now the Sir Eric Matthew Botanical Gardens. Joseph McKee-Smith, GBN News.